what's a worse situation right now, in Gainesville or in Tallahassee?
God, I think it's in Gainesville because at least you won a bunch of games last year for Florida State.
Yeah.
I mean, they called you the fat kid at recess at the end, but at least you won a lot of games. I'll start there with Florida State, and this is exactly what I said after the game. But on social media, I was like, the saddest part about that, Memphis didn't play very good.
True.
I don't think that defensively, I thought they tackled well. Right, they're coming downhill. We knew they swarmed defensively, but offensively, I thought their offensive line didn't play good. They struggled to kind of get a run game going. They were able to kind of crack that nut in the second half. Hennigan's an NFL player.
He's good, man.
I mean, he made a couple throws. That white tight end they got, who just looks like he's about to just, sell you a jacuzzi or like an F-150.
He's from Sweden?
He's from Sweden?
Is he really?
I don't know.
Wait, didn't they call him the Big Swede or something? I think
it was some team. I can't remember. I thought it was Miami, but someone has a big-ass Swedish tight end.
Yeah, it's but no, look, I thought Memphis, just played all right and was able to win the game. FSU offensively. And it's to the point where like even Louis Riddick was like, God, this is bad. Like, and then you'd see a flash every now and then because that's what DJU does to you. And it wasn't just on DJ.
Yeah.
There were times he had guys drop wide open passes. Again, Louis Riddick was like, this is just bad football. Like, even when everything went right, even when DJU made the right decision to put the ball where it needed to be most of the time, they weren't able to get it done. I mean, you have Roydell Williams fumbles on the second play. Memphis safety comes downhill, hat on the ball, pops it out. So, nice win for Memphis. Florida State is 0-3. I forgot who they have next, but I got a feeling it's going to be 0-4. And I think this is when you play this portal game, right? When you want to Frankenstein teams together, sometimes the monster is able to go when you take him on tour and you make all this money and he looks good and he listens. But sometimes he escapes from the house and you wake up, you don't know where he is. And then you hear screams and you see torches and you run out and he's ripping the banker apart. Like I think it's almost a compliment to how he got all those guys to play together so well that were mercenaries off last year's team. But as far as Florida, and Billy, and I mean, what are you going to say? But Billy in his press conference was like, look, we've done a lot of really good things behind the scenes, but we're not seeing it on the field. And he's like, unfortunately, that's what you're judged by. Well, yeah. What do you mean, unfortunately? That's right. You get paid to win. Salesmen get paid to make sales, right? Politicians get paid to get elected and then make decisions to the people that paid them to get elected. That's just the way that this thing works. So not only have you been awful in big games, and I've tried to give him probably the benefit of the doubt longer than anybody.
Yeah.
Right? Because I understand how I've been at that level coaching and understand the time and all that. But at this point, dog, you tried everything. Now it's over. DJ Lagway was your last hope. He was your door on the Titanic, and Kate Winslet wouldn't move over. Sorry, Leo, you're going to freeze to death now, right? I don't know why you wouldn't move over, but now you're going to freeze to death before the lifeboats could come and save you. So they don't have board meetings to decide to not fire people.
He might get a raise.
Yeah. They don't call them. Yeah, the people don't fly in from wherever they are, and to decide to keep you.
Blaine,
so becomes now who's the interim?
Yeah,
I have two questions for you, Blaine.
Okay.
One, does Billy Napier make it to Mississippi State next week? And two, is Florida State doomed to lose every game until that one better eats that dog poop?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll answer the first one. I don't think he's going to make it to his car. All right. And the second one, Florida State will be in ruins until that man puts dog poop in his mouth. That's just the way the world works. Okay? That's just the way the things work. Billy Napier kind of reminded me in that press conference. It kind of reminded me of like Saving Private Ryan when Tom Hanks was shooting the tank with the pistol. But America never came. America never came. It was just him. And he was shooting the tank with the pistol, and then he just got blown up. I don't want to laugh. I don't want to laugh
at any of this, but
I haven't seen a guy Billy just looks so beat up, man, and it sucks I know it
does suck.
sucks. It's a
You know what
tough
that-
job.
at that
It's a
point-
tough job, but hey, you're about to get paid $22 million.
Yeah.
Oh no, Grandma
what,
DJ
like-
Lagway, good luck. I'm gonna go sit in the Barbados cheese, eggs, and potatoes somewhere. But quickly, Jake, whatever you're about to say, I'm sure it's brilliant. Okay,
Well,
but let me just get this
go
out
ahead,
really
go ahead.
quick. All right,
Go ahead.
in the chat. All right, I will Venmo someone $20 if they go back to the J Boy show and go back to Billy Napier getting hired and go look what I said.
Yeah.
You go look what I said, and you clip that, you send it to me, you get that $20. It's for you. Go ahead, Jake. You're brilliant.
Well, at that point, I mean, and listen, I think Marcel Reed's he did some things for A&M that makes you start to say, look, Connor, like you get healthy because when has A&M been like their best? When the quarterback could what?
Be Johnny
Run.
Manziel.
Yeah.
Run. Or even I'm losing my
Alcohol.
mind.
You can do it. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, they
You can
almost
do
went
it.
to the playoff.
You can do it. COVID year.
Why can't I remember the quarterback's name? Y'all know exactly who I'm
Light-skinned.
talking about in the chat.
I
Yeah.
know who you're talking about.
Yeah, like Kellen Mond.
Yeah.
Kellen Mond.
Kellen Mond.
Nice pull there.
Calzada, he beat Bama one time, but y'all keep having just, Trevor Jensen at quarterback that can't run. Like I look now, and not that Marcel Reed or Wegman's a bad player. They need to throw Wegman to the side. That's not what I'm saying. Like they tried to do Graham Mertz, who was the only guy who could move the ball yesterday, by the way. But I think Marcel Reed gives you another element that there can be some packages to maybe if Connor's struggling or they're stagnant, or you want to throw him in there maybe on a short yardage. He made some throws, including against pressure across the middle, that I was very surprised to see whoever it was, a new guy in that spot make. But so if I'm an A&M fan, there are some things I saw in that game because we talked about the skill position, right? Especially on the outside being kind of a concern for A&M. That and stopping the run, which is wild to think about. They did it yesterday. But when you got a guy like Marcel Reed, now all of a sudden those plays become a lot more dangerous, right? Now you're having to play a lot more skinny in the back end because this guy at any point in time can take off and really, really hurt you. So I'm super intrigued to see A&M going forward, how much Marcel, because he went in, say what you want about Florida, David, but he went into the swamp and went 11-17 for $178 and 2 touchdowns and had 13 carries for 83 yards and a touchdown with a long of over 30. Like, that's a good day at the office, brother.
Good day at the office. And I'm still a big Connor Wegman fan, but I agree with you. Like, hey, now this is good. This is good for Texas A&M. Let's have a healthy, open competition. On the Billy Napier point, Jake, I've been much closer to you on this than I have on Blaine. Not that anybody, I don't think, was like thrilled or over the moon with the hire, but like Billy Napier's a good football coach. These guys are good football coaches, and I'm rooting for them. I want everyone to have success. I don't want to pull for anyone's downfall. I don't want to pull for anyone to be fired, but you can't be the head coach at Florida anymore. You just can't. I mean, you can't be losing football games like this. We saw it against Miami in the opener. We've seen it now against Texas A&M. You're getting blown out. You're giving up 310 yards of rushing at Florida. And this is on top of, already having back-to-back losing seasons. You had the number 4 overall pick get drafted when you had Anthony Richardson at quarterback. It just hasn't worked out. You move along, you take, you're a multimillionaire, move along and get a head coaching job somewhere else.
Yep, Blaine, it's
Damn,
the chat.
man. It's just, God, could you imagine just being really bad at something, getting paid $1 million for it?
I know. It's a great gig.
I'd like to try it.
And I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Connor Wegman in a Florida jersey in the third quarter. Like, look, to be honest, he might never play a snap again at quarterback at Texas A&M.
You really think that?
I don't know how you do that. I mean, go look at the first couple weeks. That was a completely different team out there. It
really was.
It
really
felt like
was,
A&M
man.
found their future. And a lot of people didn't know about this kid. But guess who did? This guy. All right, I'm on year 5 in the online dynasty with A&M. Trust me. Oh, boy, he didn't play that much for me. Cortez Money came in. He was a 97
Cortez Money?
I had to put him at quarterback. But you found the future if you're Texas A&M. He brings a whole nother element to this offense. And
Anarchy 99.
Yeah, and I think I wouldn't be
playing the video games helps us with our jobs.
It really does.
Look, it's research. It's grow up. It's like I tell my wife. It's like, look, I'm doing research right now. Please respect the space.